global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Finally the verdict is out, of course, all over social media right now. The Supreme Court verdict, of course. Yes, Wike cannot help but react, and most Nigerians are wondering. Of course, at the background you get to see Wike giving praises to the Most High God, doing the needful, giving God all the praises for the long journey, and eventually he has gotten it all. As Wike, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, has been seen singing and praising God immediately and shortly after the Supreme Court ruled in favor of the suit filed by the 27 lawmakers in Rivers State House of Assembly. Now, in this video, the minister, who was also the immediate past governor of Rivers State, was with the former governor of Fubara State and members of the Wike-led G5 governors ahead of 2023 election, Okezu, Victor, Wezo, and the likes. Of course, recall that Wike and Governor Fubara of Rivers State have been at loggerheads over the control of political structure of the state, a development that has divided the assembly into factions. On Friday, February 27, the Supreme Court February 28th, the Supreme Court upheld the judgment of the Federal High Court in Abuja that barred the Central Bank of Nigeria (CBN), the Accountant General of the Federation, from releasing Rivers State monthly allocations to Governor Fubara. As if that's not enough, in its judgment, the Supreme Court ordered that Amaewhule led faction of the Rivers State House of Assembly should be reinstated. Rivers State should be reinstated, and all of that has been moving on in the assembly. As we speak right now, Wike is super excited that things have gone the way he wanted. And in this judgment, of course, the Supreme Court ordered that the Amaewhule led faction of Rivers State House of Assembly and other elected lawmakers in the assembly should immediately resume sitting and without hindrance. Now, Justice Emmanuel Agam, who read the lead judgment of the 5-member panel, held that the Court of Appeal misread the core issue in the dispute when it associated it with consolidated revenue of Rivers State alone. According to the Apex Court, such a wrong view made the Court of Appeal rule that the Federal High Court did not have the jurisdiction to hear the suit. It maintained that the case was about the refusal of Governor Fubara to obey an existing court order which mandated him to represent the 2024 appropriation bill before the valid lawmakers. And the judge then ruled that the 27 lawmakers who allegedly dumped the People's Democratic Party (PDP) for the All Progressive Party (APC) remain valid members of the House until the court determines their final status. Now, Governor Fubara claimed that he invoked the doctrine of necessity by presenting the appropriation bill to 4 members of 4 lawmakers in assembly because of the defection of the lawmakers was dismissed by the court. It stated that illegal action can't be justified with the doctrine of necessity. Of course, that had sparked a lot of reactions. Nigeria have been reacting, and there seems to be very strong quietness in the camp of Fubara. My colleague is in the house. Several reactions are really coming out. What's your take, really? And with this celebration, you can imagine, Wike cannot but give God the praise for a very wonderful victory alongside with his 27 lawmakers.
Well, I think that right now lessons have been learned by the both camps. I expect Fubara's camp to be overly quiet now. I've seen a lot of things come out that even at the local government level, a lot of looting is going on. I don't know how true that is. It's just grapevine. I don't know how true it is. A lot of people are trying to make it way because of the fact that the local government is no more in existence, and it's the truth because the Supreme Court have made it very clear that virtually everything that was done before, I'm talking about local government staff. There's this grapevine going on right now on the social media that they are now looting a lot of properties of the local government, computers. People are running away with computers, chairs, and all of that because of the verdict. The verdict says that they have invalidated them, which means as it stands now, there is no local government chairman in the state again. So maybe on that grounds, a lot of people are trying to, make their position concretize, that they have their computers for keeps and all of that. But be that as it may, it's quite a troubling situation for Fubara's camp. No one can be doubtful about that, because right now he's trying to wrap his head around what will I do at this point. Going back to the judiciary, for me, I don't think that is the ideal thing, because it's already glaring that the judiciary, it's not really going to be on his side, because according to them, they tag whatever he did as being illegal. What he will do, it lies with his attorneys, they are the ones to tell him what's the next line of action, and then he also go back to his God and also inquire at this point, what should I do? But already it's glaring that Wike and his team will not waste time this time around. The sledgehammer is already up. That's the truth. You're going to see in our next video, the sledgehammer is already up, and they will just give him few days if he doesn't align with their request, because the first thing they want to see is come to the floor of the House, present the budget, whether 2024 is passed, but 2025 budget must be represented, and then from there, they will start the action. Interestingly, the situation on ground demands his readiness for anything, because number one, if Fubara decides now to stand by the Supreme Court judgment, he's gone. It's totally, this one is not go come already. You can see the whole thing has been spelled out for the Supreme Court to talk about illegitimacy over everything he had done.
The whole four consolidated cases, he lost all. Even this local government
elections, you understand?
Also, which was actually Supreme Court
that gave the mandate before 90 days.
Now saying that it is illegally done, the processes were not properly done, and therefore these elected chairmen are hereby sacked. Don't forget that this same local government chairman are actually elected by the people.
Exactly. So even with all of that, they have decided to invalidate everything. So right now, one of the sure thing, I am so sure that if he just take one step to obeying it, or even not obeying it, because it's going to get to a point whereby if the Supreme Court has given them power to sit, by the time they make demands for the presentation of the budget and the budgets are not coming in as it should be, the next thing you see, they will go with police to virtually all the places where works money has been dispensed to constructors to begin work, and the instruction will be don't continue working again. And this is coming because whatever fund that was given to you is, it's a terrible situation that he's going into. The only people that can right now stand by him, not even his lawyer, I think it's the River State people. And how would the River State people do without taking laws into their hand? That's one big question no one can answer. So right now, everyone is just wondering, what's the next step? You need to give us instruction. What is the next thing we are going to do? But I can assure you that impeachment process in the next 2 months, Fubara may be at home, or maybe in the net of EFCC, because that's the next thing. Immediately they impeach him, the financial misappropriation will be handed over. So even the judiciary, the case in appeal court, but I know our court system, how it works. We may expect speedy move for.
This is, sorry to cut you short, this is looking so gloomy. Is there no way out for Fubara right now? As
far as Supreme Court is concerned and the law of the land is concerned, the Supreme Court has made their decision. I don't think there's a way out for him.
All right, that's going to wrap it up. Let's meet in our conversation.